Good morning everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So again, yesterday's setups to the long side all worked out, and this is a pretty critical area that we're in. So the S&P is quite clear. I just want to delete all these. Let's just delete everything. Arrows just keep coming in regardless of whether you're trading on it or not. So we have a very, very strong area of support here, and the same thing happens on the S&P at the moment, but you can see in 2021 very strong zone of support. We never really tested it in 2022, never tested it this year, but now we are busy with what looks like could be a pin bar on the weekly, with weekly diversions in an uptrend. Flag set up here. Everything on the weekly is pointing towards this as an opportunity to look for longs. So obviously we need to wait for this bar to close today, but that is kind of the view that we were looking at yesterday. Is that it's such a strong area of support. You'd be very foolish to continue chasing shorts in this area. So it looks like a bit of a rounding bottom. We'll look at that on the lower time frames at the moment. Next bit of structure where you would expect resistance is up here at 15,459. So oscillator's not giving us any other clue on the 8 hour, but if we start drilling down, this is where it starts getting interesting. So on the 3 hour, we have a setup which is saying, if you look at the oscillators, we are a little bit overbought at the moment, but when we separate like this, you would expect us to be bouncing off structure. We've gone past the structure. There's structure there. Let's just put the level in. There's a level that you would have expected us to bounce off. We have not bounced off that. And I think if you go back further left, and I have a feeling we have to go back really far left, sorry, that's not going to work for us. I'll leave it in because it is going to be a bit of a zone. Let's see how far left we've got to go. And there is a bit of structure here, but we also threw it as well. So I'm not convinced of anything here right now. So if we drop down to the hour, you'll see sideways. We did come back to test the lows here, which is basically set up a double bottom. So there's my double bottom there, or range. So logical trade here at the moment is that, and we're targeting this area here. So for me, we are looking, we've already bounced here, but nevertheless, so 15,287. I'd want to see what happens here, and then also at this 15,331. So I'd want to see us build a base here. Each one of these tails here would also offer support. So this zone is very important. So we get an inside bar, engulfing bar, or pin bar in this area. That's going to be a validation of this double bottom for me. And I am looking for price to head up to this 15,460 area. So that's kind of my view at the moment. Could go sideways a bit and then break. May not happen today, but it could also happen today. I have a feeling it's going to happen today. Let's just call it a gut feeling at the moment, just based on what I'm seeing on the higher time frames at the moment. So there's a lot of noise in the market as well about well, recession is the one thing, but when you start looking at the data, there's such confusing indicators coming out around the data. So whether it's recession, no recession, it's just nobody really knows, and that's why you're seeing this volatility. So for me, it's up until it's not on the 50 minutes. That's the reality of it. So we've had yesterday, which were above and below the moving averages like that. Looks like a bit of a rounding bottom, double bottom, and now we are above the 150 EMA at the moment. So it's up, and we're looking for structure here, and then we're looking for a move into this 15,460 area. That's kind of my view for today. So pay attention to the open. It should be interesting. It's either going to rally, come back, and then continue, which will give you the opportunity to buy. So that means one of these tails will come into play. Or alternatively, it's going to run back down here and find support at one of these tails. This is the one that I'd really want to see tested, 15,287, and it's a weekly level as well. And you can see we got above it yesterday. So I would expect that to be tested today. Yeah, so we closed above it on the cash market. So that's kind of my view for today. Anyway, hope it helps. If it does, drop us a thumbs up, and we'll catch up with you on Monday morning. Enjoy your weekend.